Got some new baby chicks. They're in the water, so don't mind that. Had to take a lot out of the garden. Took down the bean trellis finally. This area's still looking pretty cool though. I need to start some seeds today. I'm doing another round of broccoli and some lettuce, and I'm going to start some spinach and cauliflower because I did not start that yet. Yeah, I've ripped a lot out of the garden. Kind of sad, but that's okay. I'm excited about my fall garden. Yeah, I don't know. There's not been a lot to show. That's why I haven't done a video in a while. But I'm starting some seeds today, so that's something, and it feels amazing outside. Our temperatures have been around 74 degrees to 80 degrees, so it really hasn't been that bad, at least for Florida weather. Florida is really hot, but it feels really nice outside. So I'm starting some seeds outside today. I'll probably bring them in later, but it just feels so nice outside right now, and I have a light breeze, and I love hearing birds, and I think I get that from my Amma, but she loves birds too, and I just love listening to them. So does my other grandma, but I think I get my love of birds from them. So anyways, I am going to be starting, I believe this is the Paris Island lettuce. For lettuce, I plan on just cutting the leaves. I don't plan on letting it really head up. My husband and I really love salads, and I cook for my grandparents from time to time, so I'm always using lettuce, so I figure that will be a good way to kind of save money on that, because lettuce goes bad so quickly, and then you waste $2 on a bag of lettuce if you don't get to it soon enough. So I'm going to try to start my own. I have some in the garden already that's doing pretty well. I have it in a shadier area so that it doesn't get too hot. I'm doing some green sprouting calabrese lettuce, broccoli. And I'll be doing some Romanesco broccoli from M.I. Gardener. And some Rober cauliflower. And some spinach. Let's see, what variety is this spinach? The Rober cauliflower is from Baker Creek Seeds. Okay, this is from Seeds of Change, and it's the butterfly spinach. So I will be starting those things today. I'm going to start with the broccoli. So I'm going to get the calabrese broccoli. Man, I haven't had the greatest time getting very good germination out of a lot of stuff. So I'm going to do like 3 seeds for each little pod and hope for the best. I'm just going to kind of widen it so they have room. 1, 2, 3, and again. You want to make sure when you're starting seeds there aren't any big chunks of things, because it can get in the way of the seeds sprouting. So sometimes if you go in with like a pencil like this, you can kind of feel if there's wood in there, and if you feel it, you just pull it out. These seeds, I'm putting them like 1/4 of an inch in, I guess that is, or maybe that's 1/2 inch, I don't know. But the seeds are pretty small. You don't want to do it too deep. And make sure they have enough energy to reach the surface. But I love broccoli. I eat it probably 3 times a week. I think it's so yummy. And it's one of the easier to preserve veggies because you can just freeze it. I don't know like anything about canning. That's something I would like to learn about, but I just haven't really tried yet. My mom gave me a canner that she had and she never used, so I am going to try soon. Right now I'm just trying to get used to the garden. I've had some soil issues. I had a really hard time with squash and cucumbers this year. And for some reason, I could not get any dragon tongues bush bean this year. I tried over and over throughout the whole growing season. And I just never, I got plants, but they never produced any beans. And I would leave them in there for months. So I don't really know. I'm going to do some research on that, but it was kind of weird to me. That's okay. Okay, I'm going in with Romanesco broccoli. M.I. Gardner has a really great shop, but he also has an awesome YouTube channel. I have learned a lot from his channel. His channel and Roots and Refuge Farm and David the Good are probably where I get the most information on gardening that's like usable. They're really good at kind of dumbing it down for me. So I really like their channels. So if you want to actually learn about gardening stuff, I recommend them, because I'm just a beginner. I'm still learning. Okay, 1, 2. These are newer seeds, so I'm only going to do 2 of these in each pod. And hopefully I'll get some good germination. That's always the hope. Alright, I was 2 seeds short. Feels so good outside. I love it. It's been raining every day for over a month. I don't think we've missed one day without raining for over a month. I think the rain started like the beginning of August, and we are in the we're near the end of September right now. And we've had rain every single day. It's crazy. But that's okay. Rain is good. Although I think it has been washing some nutrients out of my soil. Rain has lots of nitrogen in it, which you want. But you don't want too much to where it's washing your soil away. And ours has been doing that somewhat. For my raised beds, I guess it can't really wash it away because they're contained, but I still feel like it hasn't been great for my soil. I don't know. I'm just going to be thankful I haven't had to water in over a month. That is nice. Okay, I'm going in with the Paris Island lettuce. You don't want to go deep at all with these because these are very small seeds, a lot like carrot seeds. Carrot seeds and lettuce seeds, you pretty much want to surface sow. Surface sowing is just laying it on the top and kind of pressing it down. I'm giving like a little tiny indent. Oop, got an ant on me. For the lettuce, but not much of one. So they'll be just barely covered. Oop, lost my pencil. It's okay, I think I have another one up here. I'm going to do 3 of these for each hole because I think lettuce was one of the things I was having a harder time getting to germinate. Carrots are one of those that's really hard to do in Florida unless you get it just the right time because it's so hot here. And carrots won't germinate if it's too hot outside. I'm sure the same goes for lettuce. I usually start lettuce inside though, but carrot is a root crop, so that's better direct sown, or at least that's what I've heard. And that seems to be the case with me too. I just have to get it at the right time. So what I found though was that if I wet the soil really well before I planted them, and then I covered the seeds with wet cardboard for about a week and just made sure it stayed wet. You don't want to, if you're wetting it, you don't want to use anything with a hard stream of water because it can wash your seeds away. So you want to do it very gently, but you do want to keep it moist until they germinate. So that's kind of the trick for getting stuff to, like carrots, to sprout in Florida is cover it with like wet cardboard or a piece of wood because it doesn't need light to germinate. And then just give it a few days and put it in the shade if you can. So I do mine in like 12-inch, just 12-inch wide pots, and then each of those will hold a lot of carrots. So I'll do a few of those pots throughout the year because we don't use a ton of carrots. I use some like in soups. I'm doing the butterfly spinach now. I use some in soups. I lost my pencil. But that's about it. Sometimes I eat them fresh. I probably should eat more fresh. These are big seeds, I'll show you. So these ones you could probably plant these almost a whole inch deep and you'd be fine. Maybe not a full inch, but close to it. These seeds are a lot bigger than the other ones I've been doing, so you're good to. Spinach is something I got no germination from this year, so I'm gonna pack a lot of seeds in one of these things because I want some spinach. I will eat spinach now. I put it in just about everything, especially with like pasta dishes. I love spinach, like a creamy pasta dish with some spinach, or in lasagna, or just in salads, like a strawberry salad with chocolate balsamic vinegar. That is a delicacy. I love that flavor combination. And it's really good for you, so it's good in smoothies too if you don't really want to. A lot of people, like my sister, hates the texture of it because it's kind of slimy when it gets cooked. I don't mind that. I love like okra and stuff raw. I'm fine with the kind of slimy texture. But some people it really does bother. And I am a texture person. It just depends on the texture. I don't like dry textures in my mouth. So to each their own. Okay, I have done 4 seeds for each of those little seed pods, I guess. Covering them up. Almost done here. So I got new chicks. I showed you that in the beginning of this video. And my husband and I are going to build a chicken run to go in the areas where we want new gardens so that we can give the other garden spaces a little rest. So the chickens will prep the soil for us so you don't need a tractor, and they'll fertilize it because chickens poop a lot. But if you leave them in each area for like 5 days to a week, I mean that area will be very well scratched up and fertilized, and when you give them fresh food scraps, so like they're natural composters, so I mean it's just good stuff. Of course you want to let it rest for a couple of months before you plant stuff there because chicken poop is very, very strong and it can burn your plants if you plant in it too soon, but it's good stuff. Okay, rhubarb cauliflower. I'm on the last little bit of planting for the day. I need to start some more radishes and rutabaga. My husband loves rutabaga. His nanny makes some amazing rutabagas, and I've only ever had rutabaga once, but I really liked it when I tried it. I've never tried cooking it, but I am gonna try growing it, and it looks like I got some success in germination. So I think we're gonna get some rutabaga this year. I'm hopeful. I've kept all the root crops and things kind of in the shade, or the shadier area of my garden, and they've been doing really well even with the heat. I'm really surprised. Got some turnips and parsnips. Parsnips are something I didn't get great germination on. That's okay, I'll just try again when it's a little cooler. My guess is it just wasn't cool enough. But I don't know, again, you just gotta learn, and sometimes learning means failing, and that's okay. I really like the process of growing things. Like even if things die, I still just love the process of planting the seeds and seeing them germinate and just seeing them get like their first leaves. To me, that's really exciting. So I'm okay if I don't always succeed. I just want to try it. And when I succeed, it's really exciting. And the more I'm learning about soil health, really, like, if you have good soil, you're gonna grow stuff. So I've been working on that. I live in north central Florida, and we have very poor soil. It grows watermelon pretty nice. Actually, where I live was a watermelon farm once upon a time. So watermelon does quite well here. Blueberries do very well. We have a huge blueberry farm down the road. So, I mean, some things do grow really well. But most things need a little bit of help. So I'm going to cover these up and I'll wrap this video up. Okay. That went pretty fast. Well, 16 minutes. That's a longer video. But that's okay. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.